The first of the three researchers Dr. Von Hoff mentioned is Dr. Erkut Borazanci of HonorHealth. Dr. Borazanci is spearheading some remarkable treatments and clinical trials into pancreatic cancer, and he's joining us today from Scottsdale, Arizona to tell us more. Dr. Borazanci, what are some of the treatments and research you've been focused on this past year?
At HonorHealth, what we do with our partners at TGen is looking for those newer therapies for pancreatic cancer. And in the last year, and really the last several years, we've um, collectively uncovered a lot of insights to better therapies for pancreas cancer based upon the biology of the cancer itself. Currently, we're very excited about a regimen that was supported and by the Cena Magawis Foundation, combining gemcitabine, nab-paclitaxel, and cisplatin that had a response rate of 71% for people with stage 4 pancreas cancer. And what we mean by response rate is that the chance of really significant shrinkage in cancer throughout someone's body. And historically, these response rates have been between 20 to 30%. And so we're really excited about that regimen and those results, which were published last year in the journal JAMA Oncology. Since that time, though, we've been examining this combination in a variety of settings and looking at ways to add on to this regimen. So we're not really happy enough that it's 71%. We want to go higher and higher. And so every single person gets that deep and meaningful benefit in tumor shrinkage from pancreas cancer. So we've looked at combining uh, additional treatments such as high dose ascorbic acid. And also, we're wrapping up a trial that was also supported by the Cena Magawis Foundation, where we combined gemcitabine, nab-paclitaxel, and cisplatin with IV vitamin D, the activated version of vitamin D, with an immunotherapy medication called nivolumab. And in that combination, we saw a response rate of 84% in 35 individuals with advanced pancreas cancer. So we're really excited about that, and we did a lot of extra analysis with these individuals. So we're hoping to publish that by the middle of next year. We've also taken that combination of the what we call the triplet and brought it to people that have localized pancreas cancer. And the hope with that is that utilizing that combination to get better long-term outcomes, to get to getting people to surgery, and then hopefully not dealing with the cancer again. And we've been really excited about the results. We finished up that trial. It was 24 individuals with localized pancreatic cancer utilizing the triplet regimen. And our primary goal for that trial was to see the rate of normalization of an individual's tumor marker. The most common one for pancreatic cancer is CA19-9. And we saw a normalization rate of 50% in those individuals with localized pancreatic cancer with that triplet regimen. And when you compare that versus the standard of the other the standard therapies for pancreatic cancer, that's about 21 to 25% CA19-9 normalization rate. So there's a lot of exciting things going on thanks to the support of the Cena Magawis Foundation that we've looked at in both expanding the use of these therapies, but also in ways to refine them and to hopefully make them better. So it's really exciting to see that, and thanks to the support of the Magawis Foundation.
Your work has been particularly focused on the immune system. Could you explain its role in a patient who's fighting this disease?
You know, our cancers can be very difficult to treat, and they can utilize a variety of ways to evade our immune system from attacking it. The old adage about you have a bad immune system with cancer is not true. The reality is that these cancers are very good at telling our immune cells that, hey, I'm not the bad guy here. don't go after me. And if you look at other cancers, cancers such as melanoma, lung cancer, bladder cancer, kidney cancer, there's a lot of promise and a lot of exciting activity going on looking at medications such as nivolumab or pembrolizumab that can unlock the immune system just by giving it by itself and allows the immune system to attack the cancer. And some of those individuals have had long-term impressive results. If you look at even former President Jimmy Carter, who had very advanced melanoma, he received a type of therapy that stimulated his immune system to go after his cancer. And despite having cancer in his liver and his brain, he's done remarkably well the last few years. Pancreas cancer is a little bit different. Pancreas cancer tends to surround itself with a barrier, and it can be very difficult to get the immune cells into the tumors themselves. So by itself, the same therapies that have been so effective for melanoma and lung cancer don't work so well against pancreas cancer. Pancreas cancer evades the immune system better, and both physically and also on how it tells our immune system to not go after it. To that end, though, we have seen some encouraging results with combining chemotherapy with immune therapy. As I mentioned before, the trial that we combined, we call it the Grand Slam, where we took the gemcitabine, nab-paclitaxel, and cisplatin with the vitamin D medication and the immune stimulating medication, nivolumab. We saw a response rate of 84%. And so that was encouraging. What's also what we're really excited about too is that, again, thanks to the Magawis Foundation support, is soon to be launching a trial where we're actually injecting into the tumor itself, into people with pancreas cancer who have progressed on standard conventional treatments, chemotherapies, injecting agents that stimulate the immune system into the tumor itself. By doing so, it appears what happens is that these cancers, which we tend to think of pancreas cancer as being very cold as far as how it relates to the immune system, turning these cancers from cold into hot and allowing our own immune system to go after these cancers a lot better by flipping the script that these cancers do to us. So that trial was based upon tremendous work done out of Dr. Levy's lab at Stanford University. It's been brought to the clinic, and we're hoping to start this trial very soon. It's going to be a combination approach with different investigators around the country, at Stanford, led by USC, and here at HonorHealth, and looking at that combined approach to inject the tumor, but also stimulate the immune system to go after the cancer all over our body.
And how has the work of foundations like the Cena Magawis Foundation benefited your trials?
It takes a village, right? It's impossible for any one individual to do this by themselves, and there's the reality. If you look at other cancers that have had tremendous success, if you look at breast cancer, for instance, breast cancer has been driven by tremendous advocacy and support over the last 2 decades, and the expectations based upon the support for people with breast cancer is that people are getting a lot better outcomes because the awareness is higher, detection is better, and now the management and the insight of the biology about breast cancer is light years ahead than it was 20 years ago. That type of effort is what's needed to crack pancreas cancer. And because of foundations like the Cena Magawis Foundation, which has shown a tremendous commitment over the last several years to really support individuals and groups of teams to come together and bring that best science to people with pancreas cancer, has allowed those breakthroughs to occur. We still have a long way to go, but we have made tremendous progress. And without that support, it doesn't lead to that next step. And I have to say this: one of the most rewarding things that I've seen with our triplet trial was that triplet trial was initially a 10-person trial that was supported by the Cena Magawis Foundation. It then expanded to 25 individuals for pancreas cancer, and now it's in a greater expansion that's supported by the makers of nab-paclitaxel Celgene and in pancreas cancer. But the other part of it too is that our colleagues at the Mayo Clinic and at MD Anderson saw that regimen and said, "Hey, we like to do this. We like to give this to people with biliary cancers, cholangiocarcinoma and gallbladder cancer." And so they took that regimen and are now investigating this regimen for people with other types of cancers. And so seeing that impact from a 10-person trial blossom is incredibly rewarding, and that's where that support goes. It goes a long way to build upon those successes, but also to encourage others to not only utilize that treatment, but also study it in a variety of situations. So that can't be done without the support of organizations like the Cena Magawis Foundation.
What would you tell people about advancements in pancreatic cancer and what they mean for patients and their loved ones?
I think that the reality is that we all know how difficult pancreatic cancer can be, and historically it has been a tough cancer, and being able to utilize newer therapies through clinical trials to build upon the success from before has led to tremendous individual stories. There are individuals that are walking here that were told years ago that they had a couple of months to live after they were diagnosed with advanced pancreas cancer. And what this support and what these newer treatments are able to do is that for individuals getting to that next anniversary, it could be another birthday, or they want to see a child's graduation or a grandchild's birthday, or being there to be with their family and to see that next big anniversary has been a tremendous impact to that individual themselves, but also to their family. And while it's not every single individual, what we're striving to do is we are striving to offer more focused therapy and better therapy for more individuals so they can live with this cancer and eventually we hope to beat this cancer. And the biggest thing that really is going to lead that path forward is simply the fact of awareness and early detection. As we get better with our tools to diagnose this cancer earlier, we have the opportunity to intervene a lot earlier. So instead of seeing individuals that have stage 4 pancreas cancer where it's spread to other organs in their body, we are starting to see people on that earlier stage where they could potentially get systemic therapy, but also go to surgery for a chance for a long-term cure. And so that's the value, and being able to see some individual, they're a mom or a dad or a grandfather, or grandmother, aunt, uncle, and being able to share with their family is a tremendous reward to see. And we want to see this more and more often. That's what drives me to look for those situations, because that's what I nothing rewards you more than seeing those individuals cross those milestones, and also being able to look at scans and say, look, here's what's going on. We see shrinkage, and these same individuals were told the exact opposite before by so many other physicians.
Dr. Borazanci, thank you for continuing your groundbreaking research and moving us closer to a cure for pancreatic cancer.
Absolutely. I thank you for the opportunity to share that experience from my standpoint. And obviously, I can't thank um, uh, the Magawis Foundation enough as far as what they've meant for my patients over the last several years. So together, we're just going to continue to fight this cancer.